Hey everyone, Kim here, Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing a pick a card reading for this month for the lovers in all of us, whether you're single or you are in a relationship, whether it's new or old, or in a complicated situationship. We'll be covering all of those scenarios in this reading. We'll be looking at highlights, and hopefully that means some positive things happening around Valentine's Day, right? Obstacles, challenges you may be facing. So we'll be looking at those things, and yeah, let's get to it. I shuffled these cards, and these were the three that jumped. Card 1, so this is for those of you who are called to this card. We have love. Card 2, follow your heart. And card 3, magic. So take a moment, pick your card, and then go to the time-stamped reading. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we're going to pull a couple of cards for the singles and 2 cards for the couples, and then the 2 cards for the It's Complicated. Okay, we have here King of Pentacles, first card for our singles. We have 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. For those in a relationship, whether it's a new or old relationship, we have 9 of Cups. And Strength. Okay. And then for the It's Complicated folk, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, let's just first touch on our singles. King of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. It's feeling like you are in a grounded position, ready for love to manifest. Maybe this can even represent, for some of you, really coming to a point where you encounter someone who has King of Pentacles type of energy. Very grounded, earthy, just someone who really is stable and secure, trustworthy, and you could potentially see a future with. So for some singles, you may be even encountering King of Pentacles energy. But however, for some of our singles, we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like not having much to choose from in terms of options, and feeling a bit frustrated about that. Like, you're grounded, you're ready. Why isn't love happening now for you? And it can be discouraging, especially for some of us who deal with Valentine's Day. I say enjoy celebrating Valentine's Day. It can be disheartening when you feel like there's not much out there in the way of love. And Spirit just wants you to stay encouraged that, this is not a time to settle. It may not be the greatest of options. And if you feel like someone who's presented themselves comes up to you, but they're not worthy of your time, don't even bother with pursuing something with them. It's not the time to, settle, is what Spirit is saying. Your person is coming. So keep the faith is what I'm getting a sense of here that Spirit wants to convey to the singles. Okay. I just get also a sense that some of you may have 2 options that feels like a dud, like on what to do for Valentine's Day or who to spend it with. And I just get a sense that these aren't your persons, or that it's not actually a bad thing if you don't have really anything going on with this reverse Two of Pentacles, because, you know, it's like rejection is protection. If you get stood up, it's probably because that person is for sure not for you. What if they decided to come and they were already kind of not the one, right? That's wasting energy and time. So you now are at a height in your manifestational power to reject right off the bat people who aren't really meant to come towards you. I do get a sense for some of you that there could be love on the horizon near or at your workplace or your study space with this workplace or workspace oracle card. Somewhere where you have to deal with boundaries or making boundaries or adhering to boundaries, avoidance. This could be also, again, just speaking to those boundaries I'm talking about for our singles, and to not be so thrown off by that, like love not happening right away on Valentine's Day. I wish I could say, oh yeah, Valentine's Day is going to be awesome. And for some of you, yes, I sense like, okay, some of you may be enjoying a nice time with a King of Pentacles type, but I'm also getting a sense that February is a sense of needing to set and adhere to boundaries, and someone might be dealing with some avoidance or someone avoiding them, or you needing to avoid someone else. We see that here. Be a mirror of what you are seeing. If you like are chatting with somebody in the, online dating, for example, and they're not really being very, engaging, you become a mirror of what you are experiencing from them, and you will start to see a change, or you will just become disinterested in trying to pursue them. Okay. So be a mirror. And then for some of you, Spirit is like, again, we have friend, acquaintance, or coworker. There's some kind of love budding in this next month or so for our singles, some of you, because we have that workspace card, and we have here the friend, acquaintance, or coworker card. It could be that someone at your workplace links you up with someone. Something to look forward to for our singles for card 1 is that they will have a good time. They're going to have a good time. It's going to be grounded in fun and love, and maybe spending it with friends and coworkers. And Valentine's Day is just fun, getting out, flirting with, the locals at a particular area. So Spirit is like, don't be afraid to get out with your coworkers, but also don't settle. We have here Bull. It says, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Keep going. Be bullheaded about getting out there, but get out there for the sake of having fun, not necessarily for being on the prowl of making yourself available to be found by a lover. No, go with the intention of having a really good time with whomever or whatever you're doing. Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Rejection is protection. Remember that. And don't push it. That's the guidance for our singles. For those in a relationship, I do get a sense that for, 9 days into the month of February, you're going to be in a sweet spot. You and your partner are really starting to connect in a stronger way than before. It's like a wish come true. It takes us to about a few days before Valentine's Day where you're really feeling like, okay, we have what it takes to continue to go, to overcome the challenges that maybe we have been recently dealing with as a couple, whether you're in a new or long-term existing couplehood. Strength is also about having to support a partner as they're trying to accomplish an important goal, and having something to celebrate with the 9 of Cups at some point during mid-February. Yeah, difficult times, recent difficult times, and overcoming them, and trying to do something nice for each other. Okay, we have here money. Money is an issue, financial support, settlement, or alimony. Just because money is an issue doesn't mean that you can't take the opportunity to show that you love your partner by doing something like a nice gesture, and also setting the intention of loving connections each morning that you get up, whether you're in a new or existing relationship. You know, if you don't have a lot of time or money, and neither does your partner, set an intention that you both are able to connect and really have a lot of heart-centered time together, or that the gifts of time and just company with one another develops each day, that your love grows stronger and stronger. That's what we're talking about here with the Strength card. Set those intentions and start it at the beginning of the month, and by the 9th day with the 9 of Cups, whatever challenges you as a couple have been really facing at the start of the month, as you move to the mid part of the month, this too shall pass. Difficult, too much drama, frustrating, not willing to change. That's how it's going to feel at the start. It's going to feel like there's a lot coming at you. Maybe your partner has to work a lot, or you have to be the one that works. It's difficult to see eye to eye on how to spend money. It's difficult to see eye to eye on when to get together. But you got to set the intentions, and the change starts with you. Remember that for this month, that if I want to see change in this relationship, I have to be the one to do something different. And so sometimes something different is just simply setting an intention and then showing up as love. And that's what I'm seeing here, that's going to actually work for the relationship as you go through the rest of the month with the Ascension card. Resolving the past, overcoming emotional blocks, spiritual relationship. So for our couples, whether it's new or old, there's this sense of something better is coming down the way, some ascension. If you've been questioning if you both are going to take things to the next level, this card, the Ascension card, does seem to suggest that is for some of you. If you have been dealing with challenges for a long time, this is a sign that you both will be able to move past those challenges this month in February. And we like to see that. We have boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. But boat in this context is about moving forward, transitioning to a peaceful time when I see this boat. Also receiving guidance from a well-meaning older woman. It says dealings or relationship with an older woman. Someone giving sage advice to you or your partner about the relationship, or an older woman helping or offering guidance on what kind of gift to get, or guidance on the relationship. Could be unsolicited advice or sought out advice. Harp. Great happiness. So that's for my couples. Lastly, for our It's Complicated folk, we have 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse. I get a sense that there's this strong need and want for independence by one or both of you in this complicated situationship. We have here 9 of Pentacles, feeling like you've been on your own and doing it on your own, and a needed conversation that has not taken place yet, and may not take place for much of the month with the Ace of Swords. Trapped, tough situation, feeling stuck, can't move on. That's what I'm sensing here, is that It's Complicated folks are feeling like you're stuck, and like it's like you long for something to change, but it's not changing, and you want happiness. And so there's this cycle that keeps going on and on and on. And that's because you and this person really still have some unfinished business. We have here karmic relationship, karmic soulmate. This is just a perpetual cycle of can't move on. You strive and want and long for you both to act on your chemistry. It's hard to walk away from one another. You long for happiness, but then you cycle back to feelings of this is a terrible situation. You want to get away from it and you can't. And so for much of the month, there's a needed conversation that just doesn't seem to be happening. And there will be times, even perhaps during mid to end of the month for you, that things get better. But I just keep sensing that you are trapped in ongoing cycle, and that by next month a conversation needs to be had. All right. Okay. And I wanted to get a couple of these cards here, 2 to 3. Okay. So here we have grapes. Time to go out and have some fun. So when things get going wild between you and this person that you're in this situationship with, or this, back and forth, 1 minute you're broken up, next minute you're not. Spirit is inviting you to do something different for Valentine's Day. Get out, have fun with friends or on your own, do something special. Get your mind away from this situation and think about other things, have fun. It says cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. You can't control how this person is going to react or what they're going to do. All you can do is stand, firm on your boundaries, stand firm on your needs, and, step back from the situation and then make your talking points. The Ace of Swords in reverse is about, avoiding conflict or a need to have a crucial conversation. And if you're uncertain about doing that, make some bullet points, write them down, put them in your phone. If you want to memorize them, have them ready or have them out and read them to the person when it's an appropriate time to talk to them. I just get a sense that there's some element of when you're finally together, there's flirting, there's sexual happenings going on. There's not much in the way of talking, but that's only going to delay what needs to happen, which is a crucial conversation. All right. Now we are moving on. Do me a favor, my card one peeps, please hit the like button if this message resonates with you, and leave me a message in the box down below on anything that comes up to you as you looked at these cards. Thanks for watching. All right, this is for my peeps who selected the Follow Your Heart card 2. And we're looking first at the singles. We want 2 cards for the singles. We have 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay, now for couples. New or over, like established relationships. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords, okay. And then it's complicated folk. Temperance. Complicated situationships. 2 of Cups, okay. Okay. All right, so let's first talk about our singles. I do get a sense that there is this feeling like you are moving backwards when it comes to dating. Like maybe there was in the past 5 weeks, there were actual options for you, and now they seem to dwindle, or maybe there's just not a good pickings and you feel very conflicted about being single, being in the dating world, having to start over. However, I do get a sense something to look forward to, my single peeps, is that there is going to be an opportunity for some of you who are called to pick this card reading to flirt, to have a flirty exchange, a flirty encounter. And it will come as probably a surprise, especially where I feel like for some of you, it's just been really rough out there with this 5 of Wands energy. It could be that maybe you had even some suitors pursuing you or people interested, but they just never panned out. We have here temptation, money. Some of you may be frustrated also by having to invest in like dating, whether it's, I don't know if it's, what do you call those sites, the dating apps. I don't know if you pay or not, but what I'm getting a sense of is that there's this growing frustration and you tempted to just not deal with it. Like you want to be out and about in the world. You're tired of the same kind of characters coming at you, or and so it's going to be upon you to really shift your focus, shift your, what you're doing in the month of February to position yourself in a place where you are not doing your usual way of trying to attract a person in here. Like you've got to shift some things. Like I mentioned before, there's going to be, for some of you, perhaps around or early in February and then up to mid-February, so Valentine's Day, some flirtation that sparks some tempting moments. We have the temptation card, being seduced by another. It's hard to resist, unsure about current lover. This is what I was talking about. Some of you may be unsure about who has been approaching you. Money is an issue. It says here, financial support, settlement, or alimony. I just think that it's the investment of dating and feeling like it's not paying off and like you're starting over. But Spirit is like, no, just approach it for having a good time, getting out and about, maybe shaking things up and going to some local events. We have the gallery card. You got to get out there, do something different in order to experience something different is what Spirit is saying, and you will get that. But these cards are saying that February will be a hot flirting month for many of our single peeps, but a month also of heavy frustration. We have Shield. You need to defend yourself, and that makes sense with the Five of Wands. Feeling like you're constantly having to protect your energy, and it gets exhausting. But, something to look forward to this month is an opportunity for a little new beginning of flirtation with someone. We have Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. You got to be like the fox. You got to, be a little cunning and beat someone at their own game, so to speak. And it can feel like dating is a game. It's also what the Five of Wands is saying, but really, this is temporary. The fives are temporary energy. This will not last forever. Okay. So we're happy to see that. Let's see if there's anything else Spirit wants to share to our singles. Okay. Not getting anything from this deck here, but keep your head up, my peeps. Love is coming. And get out and do something new. Go to some sort of like community singles event at a gallery or museum or somewhere out and about. It'll do you a world of good. Even if you come back to, online dating, for example, getting out there and being with the people is going to just cause a lot of exhilaration. Flirting with people in real time because you're all in a same space, doing the same thing. It's going to be good. Let's move to our couples. We have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords. This month is about a healing that's needing to happen in a relationship, whether it's new or it's a long-term relationship that's been going for a while. There could have been a new conflict that just sparked after dealing with some other pain point that stemmed 3 months back. You thought you were moving on, you think you're moving on in February, and then something new comes up. But actually, this is a new opportunity to get some clarity surrounding a situation in the relationship. And there is healing happening with the Three of Swords, getting over something that felt like a betrayal, that felt like a disappointment or letdown, and moving forward, moving on in a more empowered way as you go forward for much of the month of February. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah. Getting on the same page about something, about the relationship. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on here. I'm going to now shuffle this deck and I'll show you the cards that are jumping. Okay. So, like I said, we have that Three of Swords in reverse. Moving past some disappointments. Ace of Swords, a new conflict, but now a new opportunity for clarity and understanding. This may be a time where you both are really in your heads this coming month. Yes, Valentine's Day will come and you both will at times be, in sync and trying to make the most or make the best of that day. But I feel like something bigger is happening in the relationship, and it's all about communication. And that's even more important and a bigger gift for the relationship than what you could ever give one another. We have here twin flames, karmic connection, mirroring each other in soul contract. Okay, trapped, tough situation, feeling stuck, can't move on. There was a tough situation. Thankfully, you all are moving past it. And by the end of the month, would have moved past the storms of whatever was going on here. Tying the knot, marriage-minded, unexpected proposal, long-term commitment. Both of you getting on the same page about the relationship, about the direction of where you see things going. If it's finances, if it's how much you see one another, you start to get to a place of a better understanding. We have here frying pan, trouble, accusations, past troubles, still kind of healing and reeling from them. Even in the month of February, door, opportunities are waiting for you. Opportunities for healing and a new way of understanding each other in communication. Camel, persevere and you will overcome the problems. That's what this Ace of Swords is about, and the tying the knot card. So it's a deepening of the relationship that's happening on the mental and communication level for our couples. Now we have it's complicated peeps. We have here Temperance and Two of Cups. Getting to a better understanding and in a more harmonious situation with your person that you're having a complicated scenario going on. And it's a welcome sight. And it's like a lot of loving feelings towards each other coming back and forth. Despite not quite being sure of where you both go, this card is telling me here there's some sort of choice that, needs to be made as it relates to this relationship. But you don't have to make a rush. Actually, Spirit is saying enjoy your time this month, particularly around Valentine's Day. Enjoy being together, spending time together. If you can't be with your person, don't waste your thoughts or feelings on feeling anger about them. Get to a place of nostalgia. It's actually going to be good for you and your person. It's going to shift the energies between the both of you, and that's going to be a good thing in the long run. And it will help you to become more clear towards the end of February about where do you want to go from here with this person, with this situationship, with this arrangement. You're going to feel ready to make a choice, harmonious enough to say, am I going to keep this thing going, or I'm going to choose to try to work this thing through or walk away. We have here journaling, creative release, keeping track of patterns. There is a pattern with this relationship, so just note that. And this month you'll be exploring your feelings. Nostalgia, getting back with your ex. That's one of the key phrases. Stuck in the past, haunted by memories. Just mind your heart space. You don't have to always reminisce and think about the bad things that happen in a relationship. Although if it was abusive, that's different. But if you both broke up or you keep breaking up and coming back together, use this season to infuse love in your situation. When you think of that person, think of a loving memory. It will cause a ripple effect to your person. We have here yearning, wanting more with someone, searching for love, needing to take action. It will signal to this person that you're in this situationship, that you're loving and missing them. We have here wreath, sorrow over a loss. That ties in with the nostalgic and yearning card. Some of you may be not able to be with your person. But again, this message is for you too. Even if you're not physically able to be with them, this is about softening your heart space and sending out a different energy to them. We have here that other than the energy of anger, resentment, sadness, mourning of the relationship. Try something different this month and reap the benefits of that. Beetle, good fortune. This is a good month for our lovers in the situationship. It's complicated. Situationships. Wishbone, a wish is granted. Okay. Okay. All right. So there you have it, friends. Do me a favor on your way out. Please hit the like button. And, if you haven't already done so, subscribe and let me know if any of these messages speak to you, and the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, this is for my card 3 peeps. We're going to pull 2 cards for our singles. We got the 4 of Wands that jumped first for singles. Ace of Wands in reverse. For our couples, we have Ace of Cups and the Devil. And for our It's Complicated folks, or those in a situationship, we have the Chariot. And 2 of Swords. Okay. We're going to first start with our single peeps. Okay, what's to come this month? It looks like, for the most part, there's lots to be celebrated. Maybe even for some of you actually going on a date this month. It's looking up, like your love life in general is looking up. Our single folks who picked card 3. There's also, just generally speaking, things to celebrate in your life this month. And it's putting you in a really good space of attraction and feeling attractive and wanting to celebrate and be out with friends or family members. So it's a good time overall because it's got you in a nice vibration. However, I do get a sense some of you feeling like you're needing to get your sexy back, or you haven't had sex in a while and it's starting to make you feel a little desperate, or some of you are feeling like you've had to, you put yourself out there, you're feeling strong about dating, but the people you're encountering are just false starts with the Ace of Wands in reverse. It doesn't get much past like an initial reach out or connection. And then it's like when you light a match, and sometimes the match will light and stay lit and keep going and turn into a bigger flame, while others are snuffed out quickly. And that's the vibe. It's like you're feeling like you're crashing and burning, like there's promising options that come your way, even multiple options here with the 4 of Wands, but then it doesn't pan out. And so I get a sense of feeling like, especially towards the end of February, that it started off real promising early to mid-February for those who are single, and then it got to a weird place for someone, or some of you who are called to read this or watch this video, and you're single. It's like, okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. Let's see. Pisces. Friend, acquaintance, or coworker. That's a popular card. Pulling the Oracle. Spirit, give us a sense of what's going on for our singles, generally speaking. Okay. This is a month for love that you're in the right headspace, heart space, you're ready. It's just a matter of your person coming in. And Spirit is like, if nothing's really popping off now, don't worry. In about 4 to 5 weeks time, and as you enter the season of early to mid-spring is when love is really going to blossom. You may even encounter, some of you may have already encountered someone who is that person. You're going to be dealing with a dud once more. And then it's like, okay, there's someone on the horizon for you. The reason why I say that, or sense that you'll be dealing with a dud like a person who's just not the one. We have avoidance. It says scared to face the truth, living in denial, running away from pain. Or this could be you after towards the end of the month where you're like, oh, this is not, like, dating's not for the faint at heart. I'm not sure about this. However, I'm getting a sense for my singles who are watching this that there's a harmonious time coming, particularly during the season of spring or within the next 4 to 5 weeks. We have working well together, being in tune, building deep trust, and love is in your forecast. Okay, it's coming. It's coming sooner than you may think. Keep the faith. Okay, we have chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. That's what it says here. Friend, acquaintance, or coworker may end up connecting you with this person, or it could be a friend, acquaintance, or coworker from the past, present, or in the near future in this time frame for some of you. And they could have a lot of water in their chart, be a Pisces, or have a Pisces sun, moon, or rising sign, or that February 19th to March 20th, that's the time period here listed for Pisces, is a time of significance and growth in your love life. So don't be discouraged if not much is going on as you end February, but things will start to ramp up as you go into March and into April. That's what I have for my single peeps. Let's move these cards over here. Now, let's talk to my peeps who are in a relationship, new, or long-term. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Devil. On one hand, you know, for some of you, your cup is being filled up and you're filling your lover's cup and it's feeling new again. And it's, you know, it's like there's this renewed love and support and openness to trying new things and doing something new this month, and that's exciting. But there's underneath, and for some of my couples, the Devil card is about dealing with some patterns, persistent patterns that keep plaguing the relationship, or even if it's a new relationship for some of you with this Ace of Cups here, with this Devil, it's telling me, oops, make sure my mic is still on. It's telling me that there is something that could start to undermine the relationship, even if it's new and still in the new phases, and you are picking up on that. We have here healthy choices, needing to make healthy choices, how you communicate with your partner, what you both do together in your pastime, how you get back on track, and yeah, that's what I'm sensing here for you all. It's not bad necessarily. Some of you may be dealing with a partner who is facing some habits or negative patterns in their life, addictions or afflictions. And so that can be challenging. And for once you get a reprieve this month, it could be because of Valentine's Day. But I just get a sense that, you know, it's been challenging in the past, especially during the Devil card period of December 21st to January 20th. But the Ace of Cups promises that you get a reprieve from that. You get a chance to move forward. Even if it feels like you're taking one step forward and 2 steps back, you're going to be in this phase in February of taking a step forward. So that's good. And it also could be that if it's like a new relationship or newer, that you're starting to see signs of something that doesn't feel quite healthy with your partner or the relationship. And since it's still new, it's an opportunity to talk about it. This could be a need for you and your partner, if you've been in a long-standing relationship, to get into a little bit of debauchery together, getting a little more kinky, doing something outside the box. Maybe things needs a little bit shaking up and trying something new together. What strikes this to me is this Devil with the Chained card. Now, in the negative aspects, it could be, this is what I'm talking about, feeling tied down to some sort of negative pattern or addiction or affliction. unable to get away or feeling anchored in this relationship. But it also could be like trying something new, tying each other up, getting out of your comfort zone for once, and just for once, and shaking it up and bringing about an alignment to the relationship. It's like a leap, like a quantum leap. By just doing something outside of the box this month leads to big results in terms of you taking a leap forward in the relationship. Aligned, walking your path, living your purpose, going the right direction, ultimately. So I get a good sense that you both are moving in the right direction. Happiness. There's a moment of happiness and pure joy with this Ace of Cups. Fit well together, lasting commitment, deep connection. And this Healthy Choices card came up. We talked about that. Okay. And we have here broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. That's what I'm worried about here with the Devil card. If you want a more private reading where we delve more into this, especially if you're in a relationship and you're, dealing with an Ace of Cups Devil kind of time in your relationship, reach out to me for a reading. I'd be happy to dive a bit further into that. Why have you been encountering repeated patterns and not getting ahead? Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. You both have each other's back and you both fit well together, but that doesn't mean that this is always the healthiest relationship for the both of you. There could be something that needs to be worked on, and it's time to explore that. But ultimately, February is looking like a solid month for you too. Okay, moving on to our It's Complicated folk. We have the Chariot and Two of Swords. 1 minute, you both are going in the same direction. You think that you feel that you both are moving in the same direction. You both are even in alignment, talking to one another, getting on the same page in February. And then it feels like you're at an impasse. Someone's not making a decision. You're not making a decision. You think it's up to the other person, but really it's up to you. There's an impasse that you're going to be experiencing this month with your It's Complicated person, okay? It's an impasse about moving forward or moving on or doing something different in this situation. The Chariot could be about some of you moving out or moving on. Look at that. The Oracle card that jumped was moving. Moving in together, getting a new home, or going away. Making a decision. Somebody needs to make a move. Maybe it's time to move out. Maybe it's time to move on. And this is the time to make that decision. It's been a roller coaster. We have nostalgic. Okay. The reason why it's hard to move on or move forward in this relationship is because you keep thinking back to the bad, like the good times and the bad times. The bad times keep you in a holding pattern of not moving forward. The good times keep you coming back to be in this like purgatory relationship situation. We have here getting back with your ex, stuck in the past, haunted by memories. Spirit is inviting you this month to make a decision and go and follow through with it, whether it's to keep the door open to this person or effectively close it, because more of this roller coaster energy is going to keep coming about with this situation. Many ups and downs, erratic behavior, extreme moods is what this card says, at least for the next 2 months from February. And stretching into the season of the Chariot, which is June 21st to July 20th. So more of the same. Moving, is the key word here. It may be time to move on. There's a resistance to making that final decision. You may think that decision is for this other person, but it's not. It is for you. We have new person, lust, new love interest. This could be an invitation to choose to date others. This could also represent maybe your person that you have this, it's complicated situation, maybe encountering a new person or someone's interested in them. And that could also add a complicating factor in the coming months ahead. So just, think about that as you go forward. We have flowers, happiness, Yeah, thinking about the good times. And there will be good times this month. The Chariot is about there being moments where you both are in alignment in the first half of the month. But then there's going to be times after that where it feels like soon after you move to the last part of the month, it just kind of falls apart. Okay. But maybe it's time to make a decision about moving or moving on or moving in, or just saying we're going to make it try once more or not. We got to make a decision. We have flowers, happiness, gong, an exciting event with this situation that's coming about. Exciting doesn't always mean good, nor does it always mean bad. It just means a shakeup. Maybe you trying to date someone new. It could be the exciting event. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. This month, this relationship is going to cause you and your person this situationship to have a spiritual growth moment as you become more aware that you both have been in a holding pattern for a while, particularly over the last 2 months. And if you continue down the same path, more of the same will come, okay? That's what I'm picking up on here for It's Complicated peeps, okay? So do me a favor, leave me a comment and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like I said, if you want to go in depth with this situation, or you're seeking love and you want me to explore more ways of how you can attract love into your life, explore if there's blockages that's preventing love, what clues on who may be coming, what's holding you back, what will your next relationship be like, we can do a reading for that as well. All right, my friends, you take good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful month. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.